Hi, I'm Josh Foster. I'm doing this video presentation for Jody's GRI 201 class. I'm just going to start the video by introducing myself, considering that that is how we started the class, and I feel it is appropriate to end the class the same way. I am a male, I'm white, and I am gay. So I don't really know how to start after this, but we'll just see what happens. So coming out in Reno, Nevada was kind of a hard task to do, considering that most of the demographics here are old white people, which isn't that great of a demographic considering who I am as a person. Um, Coming out to my friends and family was a little bit easier, but it's still stressful. There was a point in my life where I couldn't even get the words "I'm gay" out past my throat. It was just I couldn't say it. Like it was, I don't know, something about it. But my friends were very accepting of who I am as a person, which I'm very grateful for. My family is also very loving and accepting of who I am. My best friend, the first person I ever told, was extremely accepting because she knew. When I came out to her that night, it was over ice cream. I was like, I gotta tell you something. So I told her that I was gay. She's like, oh, well, I gotta tell you something too. And it turns out that she was bisexual, and she didn't know how to bring it up to me, and I didn't know how to bring up that I was gay to her. So it was kind of a funny coming out story that we were so similar, but we were too scared to tell each other, even though we could relate on who we were as a person almost. Coming out in class was actually a really stressful experience. Since I was recently out, like June of this year, actually, coming out to that many people at once was very nerve-wracking, as it is coming out. It was just a very nerve-wracking experience. I Yeah, my stomach dropped. I was already like 5 seconds or 5 minutes too late, like for the class. It already started, and I was 5 minutes walking in late. Um, yeah, and from that point on, I was like, this is not going to be a good start to the class. But yeah, when I found out that we had to say our sexual orientation, my stomach dropped. Like my heart was racing. I stood up. I said it. I didn't know what to expect, but I don't know. It seemed like it was good. Like no one really cared, which was awesome. I was kind of scared that someone was going to be like really homophobic towards me. I don't know, just a lot to expect. Don't know what to expect. So just whatever happens. Um, Throughout the class, it was really good that I was in this class actually. To tell you the truth, I had no clue what to expect while coming into this class. I actually didn't even choose it. My advisor just kind of like put it on my schedule and was like, "This is what you're taking," and I'm like, "Okay," like I don't really care. So, but I'm really glad that I actually took this class and went through with it. Um, I learned a lot. I took away a lot away from this course. I would take it again in a heartbeat just from the knowledge. It was a really cool class setup, and as the professor not really teaching us, but we were teaching each other about ourselves, which is a very interesting way to learn, but it was also very effective. I felt it was more of a personal learning experience, the way that we talked to each other. And I really wish that I talked more in the class, but I felt that I was not very knowledgeable on most of the topics that we talked about, so I just kind of stayed quiet and observed what was going on, which I kind of regret doing, but it's what happened, so you can't really change it. Um, so that was cool. What I took away in my first paper is I wrote about who I was as a person and my struggles with coming out and coming to terms with who I was. Really scared to tell my family. I had a lot of homophobic stories from my family. Before they knew I was gay, they would just like certain remarks and certain things they would do would just like expose their um, minor homophobic tendencies. But that was more of my extended family and not really my close family, which is good because I never really see my extended family, so I don't really have to worry about that. I came out to my grandparents, and my grandpa just said he knew the whole time. Like, there's no way to, he just knew. And then my grandma just broke down in tears saying that I was going to get AIDS and was crying like profusely. And that was kind of annoying, but it's whatever, they're old, so what do you expect? And through my second paper, I was writing about the oppression that the people in the LGBT community have faced with the Stonewall Inn riot was one of the most pivotal parts of my history because it led way to the Pride Parade and like gay marriage and all of our rights that we see today and are still pursuing. The Stonewall Inn basically was just a riot where cops always harassed members of the LGBT community, and so we had enough, I guess, and we just started fighting back, which is good because I'm happy that I can finally marry someone as of like 6 years ago or something like that, and I still can't fathom that Australia just passed gay marriage equality laws. Like, it's 2017 and we're still working on this, which we need to do a lot as a human race, but hey, we're only human, I guess, but that's not an excuse. But yeah, I really enjoyed this course. I'm going to recommend it to all of my friends. I really hope they take as much from it as I took from it. I feel that there's a lot to learn and there's a lot more to learn with this course. I learned a lot, but I could learn a lot more, obviously, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, but thank you.